What's going on, everybody? Amish Country Mets fan here with a quick little video. Amish Mets in the barnyard, except I'm not in the barnyard today. Out running some errands, so I want to get this one in real quick. First off, reminder, if you're watching this today, January, whatever it is, 12th, Shay and Sons is going live tonight at 9 p.m. Check them out. But the Interstate Mets Report will be on live 3:30 p.m. Check us out on YouTube. Other than that, just wanted to jump on another shout out to Shay and Sons. Danny Young has signed a minor league deal with the Mets. They had the inside scoop once again. Good job by them. Other than that, we signed Yaxel Rios the other day to a minor league deal. Bader and Severino were introduced via Zoom. And I guess what I really wanted to talk about is that not necessarily that Zoom conference, but the interview that Stearns did with Sherman and John Heyman the other day on their podcast, or I forget what the name of it is, but he said some interesting things on there, and the one that stood out to me, and I made a post on this on X, is his quote when it came to, they asked him, like, if it's a concern that we'll have to turn around next year with pretty much Senga being the only guy locked into a rotation spot and, like, have to find ways to fill all those holes. And he basically said, he's like, we have a lot of guys in the minors, and this is a year where we feel like we need to leave spots open for some of these guys to, like, prove themselves. And I mean, that's not the direct quote. The direct quote's on X, but basically, I mean, that was the gist of it. Like, he wants, and he truly believes that at some point, due to injury or what have you, we're going to see some of those guys, and they're going to get their opportunity, and we're going to see whether or not they can be parts of the rotation for next year. And, like, the way they've set themselves up with these short-term deals, and he said it also for the position players, same thing. Like, he has to leave spots open for these kids to grow and for these kids to have a spot on the roster. And I really think that the way they set it up with these one-year deals, like, that's what he's looking at. He's looking to evaluate these kids, because next year he wants to know if he can trust these guys to, like, be everyday guys and be part of the rotation, be in the bullpen, or be out on the field, whatever have you. So this is going to be a year where we're going to see guys given a shot. And we've already heard Drew Gilbert starting the year in AAA. Like, he's on the doorstep. Jet Williams ended the year in AA. The guy's flying through the system. He may make enough noise to get a September call-up. Like, Luis Acuna is probably going to start in AAA. He's on the doorstep. So you have a lot of these guys that, and no, they're not all going to pan out. I'm not saying that. But it's an evaluation year. Like, yes, we're trying to compete, but at the same time, we're trying to evaluate and set ourselves up for the future. So I can appreciate that. I know it's not what we all necessarily want. It's not really what I wanted. I wanted more of a bigger splash, if we could, in the free agent market. I wasn't looking for Ohtani and this and that and the other, but I would have liked to be in on some of the more mid-tier free agents if we could have gotten there. But they chose a path, and after Yamamoto, they decided most of these guys aren't worth what they're getting in their estimation, and they're not worth the long-term commitment, and they're not worth blocking some of these kids. So I understand that. I get it. For the moves that he has made, I think they have been guys that do have potential, do have upside. And if things, like I've said, I hate to sound like a broken record, but if things break right, this team can make noise and make a playoff spot. But like I said, also, like, yeah, there's a downside there. Like, there's a possibility that things don't go the way they hope, and we're looking at 70-something wins again. And that sucks, but it is what it is. Like, what we were doing wasn't working, so we had to change the game plan. And Steve Cohen, yeah, he's got tons of money, but lighting money on fire is no strategy for any owner. And I can't blame him for taking a step back and going, you know what? I invested a ton in this team, and it got us nowhere. So I need to reevaluate. I'm going to make the moves when they're necessary, but right now is not the time. We got to pivot and see if what we have in the youth, and see where the combination of the youth and the core can get us, and we'll add pieces here and there. I fully believe next offseason we're going to be in much better shape to make moves, because we have a lot of money coming off the books. And because we're not spending that money this offseason, that leaves us even more room to, like, really tweak the roster in better ways. So I see the vision. I like it. Is it a little disappointing? Sure. Would I love to be in a position where you can solidly say, you know what, unless everybody gets hurt, we're definitely making the playoffs. We're in a spot where we can be like the Braves, or the Dodgers are a crazy example because they just went out and got everybody. But like those upper echelon teams, the Astros, that you just know that they're going to be there. And yeah, it would be great to be in that spot, but that's not where we are. We're in a spot where we're going to have to scratch and claw and fight. And you know what? That's kind of exciting too, though. Like, you never know. Like, this team could gel together and really put something together that'll be exciting to watch. So I believe that. And we're not done yet. And that's not to say we are done. Like, he made it clear in those interviews as well. It's like he's still looking. Whether or not things pan out and things work out, who knows? But maybe one of these free agents, their price does come down, or maybe the trade prices do end up being more palatable, and we can get another starter or a better reliever. So we'll see. We're not done necessarily, but I could see. I guess there's a world where I could see this kind of being the team, other than some minor league deals. And if that's the case, it is what it is. Yeah, I'd love to see more. I've been clamoring for a DH, like, super bad since the start of the offseason. So do I still want one? Yes. Do I think we're going to get one? Who the hell knows? Do I believe this Soler noise? Not really, but who knows? I've been wrong before. We'll see what happens. But remember, tune in, Interstate Mets Report. 3:30 p.m. We'll go a little more in depth on everything. Appreciate everybody watching. Please like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on X if that's where you're watching or listening. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple, what have you, please leave a rating. I appreciate you all, and let's go Mets.
Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the latest video.